Good evening. Welcome to Investigator News, and I'm your host, Ellie Holder. Anybody feeling wicked today? I I call them my boo cups. One says boo, one says feeling wicked. And it's got a little. Let's see if I can get. All right, it's got a little witch's hat. Let me turn it this way and get it a little closer. That is a witch's hat on the top. I've been using it today for my coffee. Feeling a little wicked. Yeah. And you see, I didn't wear Wolfie today, and probably not the next show. My grandson wants it, and of course, no wicked badness. No, no, I'm not going to be like that. I'm gonna not do candy. I got invited somewhere, so no, no candy for the trick or treaters at my house. Half my street don't even give them out. They don't even come down my street. I get like five, maybe eight. They go to the better parts where there's candy bars. So I'm gonna buy me a bag of candy bars and I'm gonna go out with friends and have a great Halloween. So, how many really don't turn on their lights this year? Oh my God, can you? The candy prices. I seen the big bag that normally is like $10. It's like almost 50. I looked at it and I said, "Oh my God." I don't mind paying it, but not candy bars. No, I'm no. If I'm gonna have buy spend that much on candy bars, I'm gonna keep them for myself. That's crack. Crack. No, I'm sorry. That was the wrong word. That's what I call the dog. What I say the dog treats are because they get stupid over them. You pull out those really good treats and they lose it. They lose all their functions and they'll do anything for them. So I call it crack treats. Oh yeah. But you so they're addicted to these treats. Well, but I know that William has a dog addicted to gravy. Is it gravy crack? Yeah. All right. I got a great show. Boy, did everybody get cold last night. Got down to 30 here. And now everybody's putting coats on trick or treaters here. Is that weird? Not really. I remember back in the 80s, it was so cold. I mean, they even said it was going to snow that night. And we had to put on the coats on the kids, but they did one or two streets and they were like, no, we're done. We're done. We're cold. And they didn't want nothing more to do with trick or treating in the cold. So everybody could end up with extra crack candy tonight. I like that crack candy, boy. Uh, Crack kills, yeah. Well, it does if it's the wrong kind. But I mean, you got to look at how your animal's feeding for that treat. I mean, I do that with eggnog. I mean, eggnog I go stupid over. They probably think I'm crazy woman in the milk aisle. I'm like, oh my god, eggnog, because they only sell it till Christmas and then they phase it out. Am I blurry, Karen? Because I seen blurry today, and I had boy, half hour ago I was scouring to fix my computer because it totally froze up. So, all right, let's get on to. Oh, I don't know who's gonna.
Happy
Oh,
Halloween, Ella.
I knew it. I knew it. Why isn't she wearing black or orange? She looks really good in orange. Who am I talking about? Miss Davis, of course. And she's here to give you the spooky forecast. Yeah, it's looking spooky. That's what they say. It's looking spooky. There she is. All right. Did you guess it was her?
Halloween forecast is looking spooky in some areas, but for most of you, this is going to be a quiet but cold Halloween. So you may have to bundle up for trick or treat time. There's a look at temperatures, and as we go across the country, well, you can see to the northeast, here's where we could have some cool temperatures come trick or treat. But not only that, notice the snow bands around the eastern Great Lakes. So we could see 1 to 2 inches of snow on the ground come trick or treat time. Yes, all across the country, temperatures are going to be running cool. So a lot of you may need an extra layer or a jacket come trick or treat, but no real weather events for today across the country. So the weather, all in all, is pretty quiet.
And cold. Cold. She did say cold. Spooky cold. Are we going into an ice age? Global cooling. Early. Like I said, I haven't seen it this cold here since the 80s. I'm going to say 81, 82, maybe 82. Yikes. Well, Susan's got something going here. Um, oh boy. We're going to play. I think she likes to do the see what I say. I think they are. Okay. So we are going to play tennis, throw popcorn, and throw grenades. No, that's what I see. All right. Susan, get a good laugh at that because I have no clue. No, tennis, grenades, and popcorn. Maybe it's tennis. No, maybe it's grenade, and you were really playing tennis. And because it ruined the tennis game for the other opponent, you celebrated with popcorn. She's okay. I got to show you her faces. I know she's cracking up because that's far. I don't think they do those kind of um, what do they call those gifts? I'm not sure what they're called. I think they're gifts. I'm going to have a long show if I don't keep going. uh, we're having fun. Earthquakes. Oh my gosh. 6.6 in Chile. When I opened it up, I said, wow, wow, what is going on? What is going on with, um, with the earthquakes? There was 38 of them, but I mean, it just peppered. It just peppered all the way through. And not only that, but one in the middle of Africa, South Sudan. It was a 4.8. Um, I almost feel like I should have done earthquakes yesterday to see if they were low yesterday and quiet, or if they were like this. This is I don't even know where to start, except for if we start off with Chile, and right next to it is an Argentina 4.8. Um, but then we have to go across, and guess what? A 6.5 in Fiji, and one just hit up around Japan, I'm thinking. Um, and then we had smaller ones lower, but then we go over to Papua New Guinea. That was a 5.2, a 5.0 in Modisi, um, Indonesia. Then we go up Micronesia, 5.1, and the one that just hit is Mariana Islands region, a 4.9. Japan with a 5.0, Katsura. Then we had two on a two station, a 3.1. Then one out in the ocean, George, St. George, Alaska, 3.6. And these are odd, and a 4.3. Then one way up in Alaska, Kobuk, 2.7. Now, the United States is pretty quiet. I was surprised because we had one in Oregon, that was a 2.5, and one in Walker, California, that's a 2.5. I would have thought it got really big in the West Coast. But now, if we go straight across, they did get the big one. And then if we go straight across from there, we do have fives. So I'm going to say any man's game if it's going to be Japan or Alaska or the West Coast. And then we seen one, Mentone, Texas, which we get a lot in, and Pleasanton, Texas, 2.5. Down on the islands, San Antonio, Puerto Rico, 3.5. And then we had Dovio, Colombia, 4.3. So from Chile up there, it goes way down. So we know it went straight across. Um, Iran, a 5.0. This was in Burjand. Then we had one in Tajikistan. Well, I can never pronounce that. 4.2. And then we had one in Xinjiang, China, 4.6. Been a while since we've seen it there. Um, Java, Indonesia, 4.4. And another one for 4.5. And then one in, oh, I just read that one, so I won't do that one. So, busy day. There was 38 earthquakes. Um, and they were all in weird spots today. Weird spots. Even Oregon reported. And Oregon don't normally report um, um, earthquakes, but they reported the one in one Phoenicia, I think that Wapanesha, Oregon. Now, I know I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but that was only a 2.5. But they don't report them, so why'd they report this one? Hmm. Maybe because something's going on. Something's going on in the earthquake world. Okay, so tarantulas. A tarantula on the road in Death Valley National Park is blamed for crash involving a camper and a motorcycle. Was it riding the motorcycle or was it in the car? That's the first thing I said. An accident between an international travelers. One of the visitors braked suddenly to avoid. Oh boy, the spider was in the street. Yeah, he didn't want to hit the poor tarantula, so slam on your brakes and have someone run into the back of you. Really? You couldn't swerve to miss that? The accident happened Sunday afternoon along California 190 east of Tone Pass, the National Park Service said. The Swiss couple driving a rental camper van spotted a large spider in the roadway and slammed on its brakes, causing a 24-year-old Canadian motorcyclist to crash into the back of the van. Oh, yeah, there he is. There's a culprit. He got away. He took off running. Who does that? Come on. Please drive slowly, especially going down steep hills of the park, says Superintendent Mike Reynolds. No, don't slam on your brakes for bugs. Our roads still have gravel patches due to flood damage, and wildlife of all sizes are out. I don't. Was there a fine if you kill a tarantula in that park? It's not like wildlife. There's probably dozens of other tarantulas. None decide to cross the road, and normally people don't slam on their brakes to not hit a spider. Spider's going to be okay. Oh my goodness. Tarantulas are seen most often in the fall when males around 8 to 10 years old leave their underground burrows to search for a mate. See, he was just looking for Spider Girl. There's a Spider Man. Why not Spider Girl? After mating, female tarantulas sometimes kill. Oh, yikes. It's like I wonder if it bites the head off of them. After mating, female tarantulas sometimes kill and eat the male. Even the male can escape. He often only lives a few more months, according to officials. Females live up to 25 years. Male, death sentence. So that maybe that's why the couple he knew he seen a male tarantula and he slammed on his brakes. I don't even want to. I don't. Oh boy. Uh, I mean, are they going to break for a praying mantis for the same reason? Experts say tarantulas are slow and non-aggressive. They're harmless to humans, but have bites that are reported like a bee sting. and could cause a. Was he worried it was going to jump on his hood, uh, crawl through the window, be super female spider, super spider woman, get in your car and bite you? I don't know. They're not even going on from this. I think the writer of this article, I think he laughed till he cried. And at the end, the tarantula walked away unscathed from the vehicle accident. That's what park officials say. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, Karen. I don't know whether for you to throw popcorn or just laugh. Laugh. Don't break for tarantulas. All right, boy, I got a lot of videos today, so this is really going to be a lot of fun. Now, has the freezing temperatures screwed up the pumpkins? If you're trying to get a pumpkin right now, could be. Even the ones sitting at the supermarket, they say.
Have you noticed
Those,
a
oh
difference?
boy. Um, all right, so here we go. Um, Freezing temperatures on your pumpkins. You should bring them in if you want to try to save them. I don't know if you went out and looked today and you went, oh, good Lord, what happened? I got saggy pumpkin that's, oh, I'm going to have to go get new pumpkins. Yeah.
At the pumpkin patch this year? Perhaps you noticed a smaller selection or the pumpkin you picked out rotted a little faster than usual. This year's pumpkin crops in many western and southwestern states suffered due to water challenges and this summer's extreme heat. Some pumpkin growers in states like Texas, New Mexico, and Colorado lost at least 20% of their expected yields. Part of the problem comes down to groundwater overuse and a reduction in rain and snow from climate change. And while pumpkins are typically able to survive dry, hot weather, this summer's record heat combined with lessening water allotments to some farmers and the rising cost of energy for irrigation that made for a heartbreaking crop loss at many pumpkin fields. Many farmers are hoping for better luck next year, but with worsening extreme heat, only time will tell.
Poor pumpkins? Man, oh yeah. History of Halloween, the origins of the holiday. Yeah, Halloween is a time of millions of Americans dress up, play pranks, eat candy, carve pumpkins. That's not really how it started. The spooky folkloric holiday, which is associated with ghouls and fantastical creatures, can be traced back to ancient Celtic festivals known as Samhain, according to online resources now. Um, it was a pagan religious festival halfway between an autumnal equinox and winter solstice. It was celebrated in England and Ireland roughly 2,000 years ago, according to records. Typically, this holiday was considered a New Year's celebration. It was observed November 1st. Festival participants lit bonfires, wore masks and costumes to ward off evil spirits. And so by the first century AD, Roman Empire conquered the Celts and brought two of their festivals to the forefront, which commemorated the dead. Pomona, which honored the goddess of fruit trees and gardens of orchards. Roughly centuries later, those festivals were replaced by Christian tradition in light of religious shift in the Western world. And Halloween made its way to the U.S. in 1800s by from immigrant groups who celebrated the holiday. Happy Halloween. Yeah. All right, on this day. No, it's not. It's not a trick. Maybe it's a trick. Maybe it was a treat in those days. October 31st, 1926. Uh, on this day in history, escape artist Harris Houdini shackled eternally by the Grim Reaper. When he did this trick, he had the Grim Reaper lock him up. He was shackled. And of course, he escaped. So on this day, on October 31st, 1926. All right. Um, Boo. Yeah, I got my boo cups. Boo. Boo where? How about inside haunted houses of the British royal family? Even Queen Camilla says, I don't even want to go back. Queen Elizabeth II, King Charles III, Queen Camilla reportedly had encounters with spooky spirits behind the palace doors. The royal British family doesn't need to visit a haunted house this Halloween. Chances are they're living in one and they will not be at home today. King Charles' grandmother, the Queen Mother, grew up in one of the most haunted venues in Scotland, Glamis Castle. Um, it's believed that multiple ghosts haunt the hallways of Glamis. And author Sir Walter Scott once wrote of this time alone in the castle, and William Shakespeare even used Glamis Castle in an inspirational play or novel transcript of Macbeth. Huh? Did you guys know? Boo. Well, the world's oldest dog. This was a couple days ago, and I really wanted to get this, but it came after Friday. So, the world's oldest dog, Bobby, died at 31 years old, folks. Last one, I think, was at 20. Um, Bobby, uh, a purebred, oh boy, Refugio do Alit Joe from Portugal, who was the world's oldest dog, has passed away at 31. World's Guinness records say Bobby Saturday in his home, Concurris, Portugal, after living for 31 days, 31 years, 165 days. Yikes. Wow, 31 years old. Wow, I couldn't imagine having a dog that long. Um, and everybody says, well, what's he look like? What's he look like? There he is. Bobby says lived to be 31 years old according to Guinness World Records. Wow. And I bet the family was just heartbroken after 31 years with that. I mean, I go crazy after 15. It just rips my heart out. Can you imagine 31 years? Huh. So, pumpkin, a pressure washer to carve your pumpkin. I'm thinking they cut some slits in it. This is what I'm thinking. And what a weird way to clean your pumpkins. Wow. It's a Halloween. All right, clean it, he said. Get those seeds out. You're doing pumpkin seeds this year. Um, what could be done with, I'm going to hit everything. What can be done with leftover pumpkins? Yeah, of course we want to know, right? Well, just throw them in the trash can, is what I say. You got the pumpkin seeds. What good is a leftover jack o' lantern? So here we go. Aren't you? Aren't you going to be glad this is over? Oh my goodness, he is bad guy with the axe. And I don't know if you guys seen it. I don't know where I am. I may have put it on the investigator news, maybe Hellions, Holes and Poles. Um, that you can put a cup of water and dry ice, and your pumpkin will smoke. Try it. The other one is chocolate chip cookies. You get a little toothpick and you spread it out, the chocolate, and make them spider cookies. The other one I posted was a banana with candy corn. You push the candy corn into the banana, it looks like corn on the cob. Uh, yeah, happy Halloween. Boy, I think Karen liked one of those. I can't remember. Everybody did like those tips. Um, all right, so um, I know you guys want to watch this brown bear. Yeah. Um, he is scratching himself, but when you put it to music, it's just hip. It's cool. He's the cool bear. The cool bear of Halloween. Yes, of course. Enjoy. Scratchy bear. Yeah, scratchy bear. Or itchy bear. Itchy bear. All right. New evidence that Earth is leaking from helium or leaking helium. Huh. Well, there's a lot of stuff today. I might not have nothing tomorrow. I done grabbed everything for today. No, I'm teasing. Um, all right. Why are we leaking helium? Well, let's find out. Well, we're having fun. Leaking helium. Yeah. Boy, I don't. Should we worry? Should we worry? Yeah. I don't know. All right. So we're off to the funny post. Oh, Halloween jokes. Don't you just love them? Yeah. These are the ones your 6-year-old tells you and you laugh just because you got to. Uh, why was the student vampire tired in the morning? Yeah, because he was up all night studying for his blood test. Why should a skeleton drink 10 glasses of milk per day? It's good for his bones. Yeah, he'll have bigger skeleton bones, bigger bones to scare you with. Why don't witches like to ride their brooms when they're angry? They're afraid of flying off the handle. Are these dumb yet? Why do skeleton like parties? They have nobody to dance with. Why do mummies make excellent spies? They're good at keeping things under wraps. Why do vampires drink blood? Because coffee keeps them awake all day. You got to think about that. Uh, why doesn't Dracula have many friends? Because he's a pain in the neck. Why did the mummy call the doctor? Because doctor, he was in the coffin. Why did the ghost go to the doctor? to get his booster shot. Yeah, his booster shot. Who did Frankenstein take to the prom? His ghoul friend. Why? Where does Dracula water ski? On Lake Erie. Uh, when does a ghost need a license? During haunting season. What's a haunted chicken? A poltergeist. Poultrygeist. There you go, poultrygeist. What do little ghosts drink? Evaporated milk, of course. What kind of mistakes do spooks make? Boo, boo, boos. Boo boos. Yeah, they make boo boos. Yeah. Um, what do ghosts serve for dessert? I scream. I scream. You scream. Did you guys like that one with trick or treat? It's a kitten. Trick or treat, smell my feet, give me catnip treats. That was part of the Funny Post video this week. All right. What did the mummy ghost say to the baby ghost? Don't spook until you're spoken to. Oh, yeah. What do ghouls order at McMonsters? Hamburgers. Huh. Why do cemeteries have fences around them? Because people are dying to get in. Why do witches think they're funny? Every time they look in the mirror, it cracks them up. And the mirror. What did the tiny ghost? Why did the tiny ghost join the football squad? He had heard they needed a little extra team spirit. Why don't skeletons like to eat spicy food? They have no stomach. All right, that's it. That's it for today, folks. And uh, come on back tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Uh, and if you got leftover Halloween candy, you can have a spook day of candy. And watch a whole bunch of scary videos if you don't do that tonight. All right, folks. Uh, I thank you for watching. Subscribe and hit that like button. Uh, and of course, we have all these new videos. And let's see. I got to I should have added a few more. I got lots of them. All right. So with that, come on back tomorrow. This is a show that it makes you feel good, makes you laugh. Subscribe.